Welcome to the Lifestyle You podcast. I'm your host and health and fitness coach, Jenna Altman, and I'm so glad that you're here. Health and fitness don't have to be that complicated. Do you want to achieve a body you're proud of, gain physical and mental energy, and grow your confidence without giving up date night with your partner or starving yourself? The Lifestyle You podcast will provide you with the tools that you need to make your health and fitness fit into your lifestyle, not the other way around. The stories, lessons, and actionable takeaways from original episodes and guest interviews on this podcast will not only allow you to break through those limiting fears and beliefs, but also find freedom and confidence in the way that you move and fuel your body so that you can live your strongest, healthiest, and happiest life. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Lifestyle You podcast. Today, I'm really excited to chat with you about 3 things that I've changed my mind on since 2016. And to be completely honest with you, there are way more than 3 things that I've changed my mind on since 2016. And this is just a few of those things that have changed in terms of my health and fitness. Yes, I have grown. I've had lots of different experiences in life where I have shifted my mind around certain things. And I think that that's something that we should constantly be doing as we grow older, as we grow wiser, as we learn new things. And so today, I really want to reflect on a few of the things that I have changed my mind on since 2016. And actually, this even dates back further than that. I think a lot of the beliefs that I've formed around my health and fitness come from years of playing sports, come from hearing things my mom said, or just being in a society where quick fixes were the answer, where cardio was king, and yeah, just a different time. So here are probably the top three things that I wish that I knew back then. And again, my health and fitness journey independently started when I got to college. So I was about 18. I had stopped playing sports, and I was kind of in this point where I wanted to really start to, develop a health and fitness lifestyle for myself. But the intention that I had behind this was not for my well-being, not for my mental health, not so that way I could preserve muscle mass as I got older. Like, I was not in it for the right reasons. And I think that a lot of us probably start that way as well. So if I did know these things, I feel like I would have saved myself so much time, frustration, and actually money. So let's dive in today. Super excited to talk about these 3 things. So number 1, you don't need cardio. So I want to give you guys a little background. I kind of mentioned this in the intro, but I was an avid runner. And if you've listened to some of my episodes, I've probably mentioned this before. But when I got to college, I had been an athlete growing up. And then when I got to college, I wasn't playing sports anymore. And so I needed to find some sort of way to stay active. But it wasn't for the fact of staying active so I could take care of my body. It was more so staying active so I could eat what I wanted and not get fat, right? That's why I was moving my body. And I thought that cardio was what I was supposed to be doing. I grew up, my mom always ran. She was big into running. And of all the sports that I played, though, running was not something I ever enjoyed. And it was only because it was something that was really accessible that I could do it without having access to a gym, or I could do it and no one would be around. So I'd feel kind of comfortable doing it by myself and no one was watching me if you go to a gym. So I figured, okay, cool. I'm going to hop into cardio. And I went down the cardio train. I ran consistently 5 to 6 miles, too many days of the week, about 5 to 6 days of the week. And I think it's really interesting because I still was not happy with the body that I had. I still was not really enjoying my exercise routine. I just was doing it because I thought that's what I needed to be doing. And if you are somebody, I'm not bashing cardio, right? Cardio is super important for our cardiovascular health, right? So keeping our heart healthy, that is super important. So we want to be incorporating cardio in our exercise program. But if you're looking to tone your body, if you're looking to really continue moving your body for the rest of your life, one of the best things that you can do for that is lift heavy weights. And so my whole life, the beginning of my my health and fitness journey, I just thought that cardio was the answer. And it wasn't until I started lifting, it wasn't until I started to challenge my body in those ways that I started to really realize how beneficial strength training actually was. And not only was it beneficial for my body and my physique, it was also so beneficial for my mindset and my ability to build my confidence. Like, there's something so empowering, and there's literally research that shows this, just how empowering lifting weights can be, specifically for females. Like, that is probably the biggest thing that has moved my confidence and shifted my confidence in such a positive direction, is a result of strength training. And so that's your first thing that I want you to take away today, is you don't need to do cardio. You can do it if you enjoy it. You should be incorporating it to some capacity, but it should not be your main form of exercise. It should be kind of complementary. Now, number 2, you can eat all your favorite foods. So for years, I just thought that I lacked self-discipline. I couldn't be around these foods. I was too tempted. I would sabotage myself, or I was kind of looking for a new diet to follow, or I was cutting out all carbs or eating 1,200 calories. And honestly, all of these options always backfired on me. And you probably can relate to this too, because they're actually unsustainable. It's really unrealistic, especially as someone who is Italian. It's unrealistic for me to cut out carbs for the rest of my life. And I actually love them. So why would I do that? And really, the reason why we have a lot of these fad diets in place is because they are designed as a one-size-fits-all approach, but they are not, right? It doesn't work for everybody. And that's why when we talk about building a healthy lifestyle, it's about building something that works for you, something that includes all of your favorite foods, finding which foods work really well for your body and which ones don't, because we all have a different physiology. Our bodies process things differently. And that's why it's so important to pay attention to what works best for you. And what works for me might not work for you. But there's no sense in cutting out all of our favorite foods, because that's not taking into account all of the things that we actually enjoy. Food has so much more significance than just fuel. Food is memories. Food is culture, right? We spend so many meals with friends and family, and we share meals together, and it's almost like a nostalgic experience when you're eating your grandmother's mac and cheese, right? And that is really a big benefit of food as well. So psychologically, it's really beneficial if we're able to enjoy food from that place and not feel like we need to overeat in those situations, or feel like we can't enjoy and indulge in those things. And so really, this is where it comes back to making sure that we are fitting in foods to our diet that we actually enjoy. And like I said, I just spent so much time cutting things in and out of my diet, removing this, removing that, thinking that this was the problem, not buying peanut butter or not buying cereal because I was too afraid to keep it in the house because I was worried I would overeat it. And I want to challenge you to a little bit of exposure therapy, right? Having those things around. And what makes you think that after all these years, you still don't have control around it? And really, the reason why we lack control is because we remove it in the first place, right? If we tell ourselves, okay, this is part of my diet. If I tell myself, okay, cool, Oreos are part of my diet, which means I can eat them when I want them. I'm not going to consume Oreos as my entire diet, right? Because I really prioritize nutrient dense foods, and nutrient quality is really important to me. But if I want to incorporate Oreos, I'm going to buy them, keep them in the house, and I'm going to have an Oreo or two every day or every night if that's what I want. But because it's not off limits anymore, I can actually enjoy it without feeling like there's a time clock on it, right? Like my time's going to expire if I don't eat this food today. So that's why we see so many people who get in those environments where they overeat, because you've been restricting these foods from yourself for so long that now you're finally in this abundance of them. And you're like, well, it's only one day. I'm only going to enjoy them today. So I'm just going to overeat them, right? I know so many of us feel that way, because that is exactly what I experienced in my journey, especially when I was really focused on, well, I'll take out this food, I'll remove this food, I can't keep this around. And so I challenge you today and this week to really think about what your favorite foods are and maybe why you have them off limits. How can we incorporate those back into your diet? How can we create a lifestyle that allows you to enjoy those again? And number 3, your health and fitness is so much more than weight loss. I'm going to say this again because it's seriously so important. Your health and fitness is so much more than weight loss. So I want to give you guys a little story about a client that I have been working with for over a year now. We had a call recently, and she had brought up this point to me that I thought was really interesting. She shared with me all these things about how her sleep has been improved dramatically. She has so much energy. She's so happy. Her mood has completely shifted. She's killing it in the gym, hitting new PRs, going consistently. And she was heading to a wedding that weekend and she was looking forward to it, not nervous or worried about feeling guilty. And I was like, literally, this is everything a coach could ever want for a client, right? Like this is amazing. These feelings are amazing. And she said to me, I just hope you're not disappointed that I don't really care about losing weight anymore. And I was like, oh my goodness. I had this realization that so many women are pushed this narrative of weight loss, right? It's the expectation of your health and fitness journey. If you're on a health and fitness journey, if you're on a diet, the goal is to lose weight. And it just hit me so hard that this is the society that we've lived in, and so many women in their 20s and 30s are getting this message. And what about all these other things? What about your sleep improving, your energy, your happiness, you're getting stronger in the gym, right? How could a coach possibly be disappointed with these results? Now, I want you to understand, it is 100% fine to pursue weight loss goals. And if that is your goal, I 100% support you. I really do. And I will help you achieve those goals. But honestly, it's one of my least favorite ways to help a client, because health and fitness can and should be so much more than just weight loss. And I want to give you guys some other goals that you can work on, some other ideas to pursue that I actually do help clients achieve. Because again, we're always getting that narrative of, well, you're a woman, the goal is to get skinny. The goal is to lose weight. So today I want you to think about, and let me know if any of these resonate with you, but getting stronger, having more energy, fueling your body properly, gaining more confidence, improving your relationship with exercise in your body. Now, how abundant does that feel? How good does it feel to be on a health and fitness journey that is pushing you towards those kind of goals? And again, it's cool to pursue weight loss, fat loss, but if you are somebody who is looking for that holistic sort of picture and really wants to improve your health from the inside out, then you are in the right place, because that is exactly what we do here at the Lifestyle You podcast at Harvest Coaching. And really, we focus on improving your sleep, improving your energy, working on digestion, making sure our hunger cues are normalized, making sure that we're recovering from our workouts properly, making sure that we are managing our stress, and also taking into account just overall movement throughout your day. And so today's food for thought is, how can you make your health and fitness about more than just weight loss? And this is for you too. Even if your goal is weight loss, let's bring some other goals in there as well, because a lot of the time, weight loss will come, or fat loss will come, as a result of these improvements in your lifestyle, right? When we take the holistic picture into play and we're improving things like sleep, like energy, like digestion and stress management, all of those things are going to be beneficial for weight loss in the end as well. So even if that's your goal, I want you to think about how you can make your health and fitness about more than just weight loss. So I've definitely given you guys some good ideas here, but would love for you to brainstorm, think about this. And we've all been here before. But if you're ready to stop falling on and off the wagon and actually create a healthy lifestyle that works for your body and not against it, our one-on-one coaching program at Harvest Coaching is the perfect fit for you. So if this is something you'd be interested in, there is in the description, you will find a link to the interest form. This does not lock you into coaching. This just allows you to apply and see if you would be a good fit. We have a call from right off the start. So we will connect one-on-one. You will connect with me. I'll connect with you. If we decide that it is a great fit, we will continue and talk about what the next steps are and the opportunities for coaching. But if that's not something that that isn't a good fit for either of us, then that's perfectly fine too, right? I will at least be able to provide you with some guidance and some direction in your health and fitness journey to start turning things around for you. But it doesn't mean that you have to commit to one-on-one coaching. So if that's something you've been interested in, something you've been thinking about, now is a great time to get in on this process. So anyways, guys, Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. I really enjoyed chatting with you about this stuff. This stuff lights me up if you can't tell. And I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for listening to the Lifestyle You podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a 5-star rating and review to help others discover the magic we're creating together. If there's someone in your life who could benefit from listening to this episode, be sure to forward it along to them. You can also follow me on Instagram at Jenna Ray Altman for more helpful content, resources, and good vibes. As always, thank you so much for being here.